Hey, parents, thank you guys for engaging every week in partnering with parents' videos and wanting to grow. Last week, we were talking about failure, specifically when our students fail, when our kids fail, and how to help them see that failure isn't the end of the world. That failure is a tool that we can use, and really this that failure is a tool that helps us to grow as individuals. It helps us to grow as Christ followers. It helps them to grow as children and as brothers, as sisters. Failure is also a tool that helps us to grow as parents. I know one of my biggest fears is failing as a parent. I want um, to be the best parent that I can be. And for success as a parent, we define it all differently. But for me, success is me pointing my children to Jesus in every moment and every opportunity. And in a moment of vulnerability, I don't do that. I don't seize every opportunity. I don't make the most of every moment and point them to Jesus all the time. And that's painful to admit, but it's also a tool that I use to be able to step back and to say, all right, where could I have pointed them to Jesus better? Where could I have said something a little bit differently or engaged a little bit differently to show them Jesus in every moment? And failure is a tool. And I think we see failure, or we see losses, or we see defeat as something that is negative. But if there wasn't failure, if there wasn't defeat, if there wasn't loss, we wouldn't understand the true depth of the gospel. See, we are defeated by our sin. We are lost. We are failures in trying to overcome the barrier that is our sinfulness, our deceitfulness. And the only way to overcome that is through Christ. It's not even us. And so, as parents, understanding that, as the psalmist writes in Psalm 73, verse 26, that my flesh and my heart may fail, but God is the strength of my heart and the portion for my portion forever. It's God who sustains us. It's God who gives us success, and it's God at the center of our lives that gives us success as parents, as husbands and wives, as followers of Him. And so this week, in the next several days, the next several moments, how can you accept the truth that failure is a good thing? How can you learn from the conversations and actions that you've displayed towards your children and to point them to Jesus? How can you be successful as a parent today?